Yo, what is up, guys? It is Angel coming back at you with another awesome review. Today we got something that is cool, new, and I guess not different, but let's crack it out. Let's see what we got. We got the Cosmic Legions Olek Thygar. Mythology-wise, or story-wise, this is supposed to be one of the heroes. There are factions. I'm not really that knowledgeable on the mythology aspect or the story aspect to this, but if you know Mythic Legions, you know there are stories behind each character. There are different groups, factions, clans. I don't know if that's what they call it. I think it is factions for Cosmic Legions at least. But I was really intrigued in Mythic Legions for a long time. It definitely is more of an adult toy line. I mean, obviously, these are, not cheap but not expensive. And also, they have very nice detail, very high paint quality. It's a solid figure, something you wouldn't get for your kids. Maybe you would. I'm not one to judge. But these look very nice, and I am actually very excited to start this new line. I am very late on Mythic Legions, so I had a lot of catching up to do if I wanted to. But now that there's a new line, Cosmic Legions, I can get in the beginning and kind of have an understanding of what's going on. But this guy is really freaking dope. So happy to have this in my hands. Side with the little bio picture of Olek Thygar. The back with more stuff on there, more of the figures. This is the one that I like the most. I do have this. I don't know if I'm gonna do a video on him, but he is huge and he is gorgeous. That's all I have to say. Then the other side, I think this is more on the story aspect. And yeah, so this is cool and I'm super hyped. Let's go ahead and crack this open and see what is inside. All right, so we got Cosmic Legions Olek Thygar out of the package, and I can honestly say I underestimated this figure very, very much. Value-wise, worth every penny. Fantastic, met all my expectations. Only have a couple flaws with it. Want to start off with saying these things are a terrible idea. These little white pegs. I understand what the premise is. These are supposed to plug into the sides. Where's one? A peg right here. See, there's little holes. And then you take your guns, these ones, and you peg them there. That way he can hold them. I understand it is hard to, or it would look a little ugly having a peg sticking out of the gun or the belt, but I prefer that over this. I mean, these are so easy to lose, man. They're even clear, so you drop them, they're gone. And if it's that important of a piece, it shouldn't be that easy to lose, like this is important clearly because you want him to hold his weapons. That's dangerous in my opinion. And things happen, pieces fall. We're human beings, we lose things. So that's a gripe of mine. Besides that, everything else is fantastic. Actually, one more thing, the articulation is, pretty bad on the torso. He cannot move. He can't even lean back. But it's not something I'm tripping off of. I don't even think he can lean side to side, but he can turn. And everything else is pretty nice. Arms don't go up that high, but you gotta understand this is something that is known for you know, these higher end figures, Cosmic Legions, Mythic Legions. So I'm not too worried about it. Honestly, this is just gonna look fantastic on my shelf. I think for what it is, it moves pretty dang well. So I'll take it. Just trying to see what we got going on here. Rotation. This is, you know, I have the Sentry and the Science Officer, so it's pretty much the same thing. Joints are tight, so just be careful with that. Don't want anything breaking on you. Trying to check out what we got going on here. But this face is fantastic. Check that out, guys. Beautiful face. Lots of paint. Love it. From head to toe, covered in gorgeous paint. This figure is so freaking amazing. I'm not afraid to say that. This is a sexy looking figure. And then it comes with a crap load of accessories. It's got this huge kind of drill gun, and I believe you could take the end off. Yeah, so you can, you know, make a different weapon. Has this awesome astronaut looking helmet, which is kind of bubbling on mine. It's weird. You can see that. I think it's like the filament on it to give it this orange hue. But yeah, it still looks nice though. Has a nice big rifle, another head which looks freaking awesome. 2 pistols. Like a hologram thing that you can put on his wrist, so he can, you know, do his missions, make his important phone calls, because phones are never gonna go away. And then we got 2 trigger fingers, 2 more relaxed gripping hands, and then 2 more trigger fingers. Definitely not losing your trigger fingers. And then those little pegs I showed you, I already lost a couple. I want to point that out. Got some more, thankfully, though. And then a neck piece that you can replace on Olek Thygar, so you can do this kind of cool helmeted version of him. Guess I could do that right now. So we got the piece out. This is what it looks like. This was very hard to do. So I would heat it up. I'd advise it. I didn't. Probably testing my luck, but now we can attach this piece on there, which is also hard to put on, so I'm gonna do it off camera. And then we got it. So that's what he looks like with the little visor off, and then with it on, which is pretty easy to pop on. I'd be careful though. It feels like thin plastic, so just be cautious. I don't want this to break on you guys. I love the way it looks. And then that's pretty much it for accessories. Oh, actually we have 2 more things for the sides. Articulation wise, I decided to deconstruct this guy, that way he would move better. But Cosmic Legions, I believe this is the 1.0 body. I might be mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments down below. But the movement is pretty well known, but I'll go ahead and show it to people who don't collect this line. The shoulders, they go up about that high. Can get up a little bit higher if you fidget with it, but you know, I wouldn't mess with it too much. Rotates, goes forward, backward a little slightly. A single jointed elbow, but you know, everything's pinless, so that's nice. Rotation at the wrist, and then rotation at the forearm, and then rotation at the wrist. And then I believe it does have no, this one has a side to side joint. And then the head looks down, okay, up, okay, decent. And then rotation at the head, of course. And then for the torso doesn't move like at all. Doesn't go forward, doesn't go back. If you push it, it's gonna pop off, but it rotates very nicely. And then doesn't rock side to side either. It's due to the belt. It just kind of like is a lot in a small space, so It's really tight on there. Cosmic Legions and Mythic Legions, the moral to these figures is that you can replace the pieces, pop things off, pop and swap. So, whoops, see, there's a great example. Everything just fell off there. Let me go ahead and put this back together real quick. All right, so legs go up that high before they do pop off the torso. Legs go out pretty good though. You know, like this guy can do the splits, which is awesome. Single jointed knee bend. Rotation at the foot, and then, rotation at the foot. Then there's an ankle rocker, and then a backwards and forward movement. So this is all new to me. You know, I'm not the most educated on the Four Horsemen products besides the Figura Obscura, which was a fantastic figure. I did let that one go, but I have the Monkey King, which I do love a lot from an artistic standpoint, but same premise, the articulation is meh, but I still think these are fantastic figures, and I do like what I'm seeing here. Let's go ahead and pull some figures out and get a little size comparison going. All right, so we have here some of my favorite figures from 2023, all fantastic looking together. We got the Figura Obscura Sun Wukong on the right. We got the Jada Toys Street Fighter Ryu on the right. We got the Leonardo from the Mirage 4-pack by NECA on the left. And then the Science Officer from also the Cosmic Legions line by Four Horsemen on the left, looking fantastic together. I gotta say, sizing up with the 6-inch, he still looks great, and I love it a lot. I do like how this figure is taller than the average body buck, so I think this might be the 2.0 figure. I think it is, but you know, I'm not that knowledgeable on this, so don't bash me. But anyways, he looks great. He's a hero. That's what his story is. He is I think he's an explorer or a hero or something. But anyways, yeah, that's what he looks like with the other figures. Looks freaking sick. And just because I'm having some fun right now, this is what he looks like with the Sun Wukong Monkey King head. I think it still looks pretty cool. I mean, honestly, the head fits a little loose on there, and I don't think it's meant for this body buck. Probably would fit better on the Science Officer or the Scout Sniper. But I still think it looks cool. It's fun to play around. And then the hands pop on very easily. But it does have that super long upper torso, so it looks a little bit weird with the big neck. But it's fun, and I love how you can pop and swap, and that's what makes Cosmic Legions and Mythic Legions so much fun. All right, everyone, so my final verdict with this figure is this guy is amazing. I think aesthetically, paint-wise, sculpt-wise, this is a beautiful figure, and I love the fun factor with it. There are so many accessories to play with, and it's just so much fun to pop and swap and just make your own kind of figure, and also just mess around with it and switch the pieces. It's just so much fun, man, and I love this a lot. Yeah, we got this cool kind of helmet thing. So if you want to leave this, I think this head looks freaking fantastic, by the way. I don't know if I said that already. You can put this on, which I didn't really show. And it easily goes on. And yeah, that's it. So I think this figure is a lot of fun, and you can mess around with it and play with it. And I don't, enjoy the articulation aspect of it. You can't really move it around that, like, dramatically. But it's definitely a shelf stunner, and it's gonna look like a great piece in your collection. At the end of the day, I'm gonna have to give this figure a 9.1 out of 10. It's still an A figure. This is my opinion at the end of the day too, and I like to get hands-on with my action figures and mess around with them and move them and pose them and play with them. I still think this is a fun figure, don't get me wrong. And I still think that if you're into this kind of stuff, the cosmic space alien, beautiful sculpt work, beautiful paint work, this is probably going to be a 10 out of 10 for you. But, you know, I think for me, it's a 9.1 out of 10. I think that's a solid rating. And, you know, Four Horsemen Studios absolutely killed it with this figure. And I still think it's a freaking masterpiece. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoy my content, please leave a comment down below letting me know what you think of the video. Please feel free to subscribe. I try to upload 1 to 2 times a month. And yeah, drop a like down below letting me know that you're showing some love. Anyways, I appreciate all your time. Thank you so much. Peace out.